Alar, okay.
That's why you start an interview.
That's right, man. Look, you got, when you spend some time in Greece, you got to use it. No, you got
That's
to.
right. You pick up the words.
Life is all about meeting beautiful people from one part of the world to the next, is it not?
Definitely, 100%.
And now you have the good fortune of meeting Ed Keenan,
Good man, good man.
who I know for 20 years. Can you believe that, Ed? Has it been
Yeah.
20 years? It has been.
Crazy, eh?
20 years.
That's very good.
Well, I miss you, Ed. It's great. Look, congratulations. Fucking congratulations, dude.
Thank you so much. It was a great battle, great fight, and against all odds, really against all odds. I came at it and did what I had to do.
Yeah, tell me. Let's go the night before the fight, right? Every boxer's got different superstitions. The nerves. How do you handle these nerves before such a big fight? Just tell me what it was like. If you were to paint a scene the night before the fight, what was it like?
Yeah, there really wasn't any nerves. It was just good energy. We had our dinner with our team after the weigh-in. Really good energy. I was just so zoned in, so focused, and I knew that this was my time. I had fully prepared, so I was never worried about anything in the fight. I was ready for whatever he brought. We had our dinner, went upstairs, to the room, me and my wife, and I looked outside the window because I could see Madison Square Garden, and I kept having that vision, and then you holding the belts. When you manifest it and visualize it, it comes true. And that's it. I went to bed, had a great sleep, had a really good sleep, which is very rare for someone who's undisputed championship, the biggest fight of their life, to have a good sleep. I slept like a baby, and that's it. Got up, had the breakfast, slept actually twice as well on fight day. I was very well rested. Body felt great, and the rest is history.
Was there anything you did in camp that was like maybe unique to you that other fighters don't do? Did you eat carrot juice? Any unique thing that is your thing?
Look, I love, me being an Aussie, I love my tomato sauce, my barbecue sauce, right?
Really?
I cut that all out. That was all cut out. My breads, no breads at all. So them small things with the diet, and just the real organic food, the clean food, a lot of water, good hydration, all the small things, the right supplements, obviously the vitamin C's, the B12s, all the good stuff. I kept myself, like a perfectly, a perfect athlete. That's how you have to be. You really have to.
But the fight got delayed, right? The fight got delayed, pushed. Like, what was your secret to staying in it?
Look, you're fighting for the biggest thing in boxing. This changed my life. So I was never going to let myself, get frustrated or upset. I stayed focused, kept my tunnel vision, and even the day of the birth of my child, and obviously the passing of my grandfather on the same day, I trained that night. I kept my focus. I kept that tunnel vision. I knew that if I couldn't be broken on that day, especially with all the delays and postponements, what was he going to do in the fight? He would not break me.
Tell me about that day, right? You have a child born. Congratulations. I just had a baby daughter. You hear that, Ed? I'm a dad.
Congratulations.
And then your grandfather dies, right? I'm sure grandfathers are the best. I don't know what your relationship was like with him. And then you trained after. What kind of training did you do?
I ran. I went for my run. Yeah, I had to clear the mind and just say to myself that no matter what's happened today, you're going to focus and do what you've put out to do and keep that full focus and tunnel vision. I had the birth of my child. My grandfather was sick, but he was not at a point where he was going to pass away anytime soon. He was in hospital, but he was doing well. We had spoken to him 2 days before. He was so excited about the fight, about the birth of the child. He knew that it was coming on that day. And literally had the birth, and I rang up my father saying that he's here, the boy's here. We had the boy, and I could hear him really upset. I go, "What's wrong?" He goes, "Your grandfather's taken a turn for the worse, and he's not doing well." And then 3 hours later, unfortunately, he passed away. We couldn't be there, but it was a tough time. But I stayed focused. I kept that focus. I was never going to lose my focus, and I think he would have been very upset if I lost my focus and threw everything in because of that. I know he was with me. I know he was in that ring with me when I fought on Saturday night.
And how did you know? What did you feel?
I had the presence. I felt it when we were in the dressing room getting the hands wrapped. I had the Australian flag and the Greek flag, hanged up, and the cameras came on and they shined the light. And the Greek flag, it was tied up real tight. All of a sudden it fell. Somehow it fell. And I felt this touching on my shoulder, this presence. And I looked at my dad and I just said, he's here. He goes, I know, I can feel it. And that's it. I knew from that moment that he's going to protect me. I'll be safe. And even in round 10, when I got put down, I just got up. I felt like he lifted me up and he said, come on, show how great you are in these next 2 rounds. Finish a round off and show how great you are. And it's, that's amazing. And I feel he'll be with me for the rest of my life.
Very moving, very powerful stuff. And not really from Greece, from Sparta. There's a difference.
Yeah, it is. It's the bloodlines we have there. And, people saw the way I fought on Saturday. There's one way of just talking about it. But when you talk it and show you are a warrior, you go through whatever you have to, and you're going to get knocked down, you're going to get cut, you're going to go through adversities. But no matter what, you will get up and rise. That there is a warrior, a Spartan warrior. That's what we believe in, and that's what we are.
When you were a kid, how did you learn that you were a Spartan warrior? Right? Everyone grows up differently, right? Ed grew up in New Jersey. There's no, there are very few Spartan warriors in New Jersey. We know a couple in common. But how did you know when you were a kid? What did your parents say to you that this is your blood?
Yeah, you just learn it over time. That they show you, and then obviously you hear about it. But when that movie came out, the 300, really the world woke up. It was an unbelievable movie. And when you watch it as a young kid, you see, wait a minute, this is me. This is where I'm from. And to be honest, that movie kind of moved me a lot. I said, no, this is how I have to be. This is my people. This is my bloodlines. This is my lineage. So, once I really saw it and started doing more studying as I got older and older, and really, saw how disciplined they were, the way they trained, the way they prepared for battle. They never took a step backwards. They believed in a lot of honor and strength. That became me. That's what it was. I embodied and said, I'm going to be a Spartan warrior as a fighter.
There's obviously the key, there's nothing like boxing, right? Nobody knows what it's like to be. There's nothing like it, right?
No, unless you've been in there.
And it's mental. The key thing for me is mental. Physical you can do, but the mental belief in yourself is probably one of the hardest things for a fighter. But for non-fighters, to have belief in yourself in life,
that's right.
It's a hard thing to do. So let's pretend that this is a conversation for people who are not fight fans like ourselves. How do you have belief in yourself when you wake up, and how do you train yourself to do that? How do you what are your tips? What's your recommendations? How do you get there?
The belief comes from the way I train. So the hard work that I put in, the sacrifice I put in, so I've put all this in. I have prepared unbelievably every single day. I have not taken my foot off the pedal. So that's where the belief comes from. That's where it stems from, because I know that I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to whatever comes. But that belief inside me that can do whatever I have to do in life, it's just there. It's inside me, and you need to. If you go into a fight or into anything, you might be going for a job interview, and you really don't believe you're going to do it, you won't get the job, then you're going to be negative. You're going to it's a domino effect. You start to tumble over. So you got to keep that full focus, have that belief, and you can prove anything and shock the world with anything you do.
But how do you? It's easy to say it, but how do you develop that? You can train it, but did you visualize? Do you visualize seeing it? How do you
visualize? I visualize. I see me winning the fight. I see myself, having my hands raised. I saw all the belts around me. The crowd applauding me. You really got to visualize, and when you visualize and see it, then it becomes true. Once you really believe it and becomes true, you just go out and achieve it.
But what if you're superstitious, right? Let's say like I'm superstitious. So I said, don't visualize it, because if I want it, it's not going to happen. So what do you say to people who are like superstitious?
I used to be very superstitious when I was younger in the amateurs. I'd have to wear the same pair of undies. I'd have to have the same pair of skins on the inside. Everything was I had to have the same food I ate the night before.
What was the thing?
And then I lost in the amateurs. I'm like, so I done everything right to what I thought, but I still lost. So I said, you know what? It's not about that. It's not about having a certain favorite thing or a superstition thing. It's about you preparing the right way and having your mind and your focus and that tunnel vision and that belief in yourself to win. And no matter what comes your way, whatever adversities, In that fight, there was many adversities. You know, the cuts, the knockdowns.
What was the food that you used to eat in the amateurs every night before?
I would have a pasta with just a plain red sauce. You know, that's it. You know, I made sure that was my food before the fight. Obviously now it's a lot more, you know, nutritious and scientific, and yeah, there is still the pasta, but there is a lot more, you know, that goes into it.
But okay, so and back to Lopez, right? This fight with Lopez, you know, looking at it, you know, he punches a ton. He does everything right. That this fighter, you know, he's been the way he's been trained, right? You look at him, your punch maybe don't have the same power that he has. You maybe don't weigh you. I don't know how did you do it?
A lot bigger in that.
He's a lot bigger
in that fight.
What in there? As you got into it with him, you know, they say the first couple of minutes of a boxing match is like the first kiss in a love affair.
Yeah. I knew that he would be emotional. I knew he would come out aggressive, and I just controlled myself. Landed a few good shots early, and I knew he would come. So I kept very sharp in my defense, my reaction, my reflexes. But I knew that he would make the mistake, and I said it to my team early. I said it in a few interviews that I will catch him early. You watch, I will catch him in the first round. And I knew that head of his would be in the same position. He'd get heavy on the jab. So I took the 2 steps backwards. You can see it. Step back. And I knew that on the 3rd step back, where he thought I'd go in a back line again, I came at him and I used his force. And it doesn't, like I said, it only takes 3.5 pounds to knock someone out. So that shot was crisp. That shot was a shot you don't see. The shots you do see, you know, you're ready for them. You see them, they're coming. So the heavy shots that he was trying to throw, I could see them. I was ready for them. But it's a shot you don't see. And many shots that will land, especially that first round was perfect. He didn't see it. It was pinpoint, an absolutely great shot.
It was beautiful. It was so fucking great. What did it feel like with a shot like that? How did it feel?
It was great. It felt beautiful. But I'm so happy it didn't put him to sleep fully out, because then I got to show so much more of myself throughout the 12 rounds. Or else I'd be saying I was a lucky punch. It was a.
But what did it feel like in your hand? Or what did it feel like? Describe
a lightning bolt. All of a sudden, I saw it. I envisioned it. You know, we practiced that shot many times in the gym, and I saw it that moment. Here it is. Bang, let it go. I just let it go. I didn't even think about it, to be honest. I just let it go. Lightning bolt on the chin. And that's it. He's down. And all of a sudden, you could see I still create my defensive movement. I throw the shot. I do my little slide, and I'm in the neutral corner automatically. You know, that is not a mistake. That is many months and many years of practice and pinpoint shots, you know, to be able to land that in the most important fight of your life.
Amazing. And what did that do for did it change your confidence? Did it change your sort of like the body's like a battery? You know, what did it change for you?
Yeah, look, straight away I knew that I got my respect. Now he knows that I can hurt him at any second, and he felt what I was bringing to the table. So he was very hesitant of the right hand. He was very hesitant of the hooks I was landing, the jabs, everything I was bringing to the table. He was hesitant. So it definitely changed the fight, and that was the plan. Like the great Customato said to Muhammad Ali, that when he fought George Foreman, you land the best right hand in the first round and get your respect straight away. And that's what I did. That's what I landed. That's what I was aiming to do. And again, this was no lucky shot. This was no mistake. This was many months of practice and visualizing it and letting it happen in that first round to change the fight straight away.
Beautiful. How long were you in the States before the fight?
The original date, June 19th, I was in the States for 4 months, and obviously he got COVID. So then I had to get back. I had to go see my kids. It was so long away from them. So I did go back. I quarantined for 2 weeks in a hotel, continued training in a hotel, and then continue my preparation, obviously, in Australia. And then we flew out, myself and my father and my Australian coach, Mick, to join my American coach, Javier, about 2.5 weeks out in Miami.
So not that much, 2.5 weeks?
No, it was because we'd done our work. We'd done our work originally in Miami. We kept rolling on in Sydney. And then we just sharpened up a little bit in Miami. It wasn't like we had to start fresh. We had everything ready. The game plans were ready. We knew exactly what we had to do. And, you know, we done the business and we looked unbelievable.
Beautiful, man. Well, listen, congratulations. Ed, I know you got, how much time left do I have?
Ed, Is he done? He's asking how much time is he
done? Is he done? You know,
from media?
2 minutes.
No, 2 minutes. What's what's been like this is such a big thing. You know, people who don't understand boxing don't understand how big it is. Boxing is not a traditional sport. Boxing is a sacrifice. You have to. It's almost being like a shamanic monk.
Yes.
Now it's here, and you're the lightweight champion of the world. What how different do you feel? Do you not feel different? What's it like walking down the street right now?
Honestly, I don't feel different. I put in the work this morning. I trained this morning. It's the kind of fighter I am. I will continue to train and get better and better, perfect my craft, no matter how much success and how many belts I have. You know, I don't lose that focus. I'm only 28. I still, that fight, they only saw 15%, I believe, of myself. There was so much more to go. I'll continue to improve. But again, yeah, it is crazy. I'm here in Vegas. I'm here for the Haney Diaz fight. And for us to just walk to the media room, you know, I got stopped non-stop photos and autographs and signing gloves. But that's part of it. In Australia, it's been like that many times, you know, when we're there. And obviously now it's going to be a lot crazier.
What motivates you, right? Like you had the decision to choose rugby, you chose boxing. Why do you fight?
I love the raw combat. You know, at the end of the day, you got your team, you got your people around you, but it's you that's got to do it. You're the one that ultimately can make or break it. And I just love that raw combat. You're in there with another man. To dissect him, to be able to break him apart and see his soul literally leave him when you're taking everything off him. I don't know. I just thrive on that. I feel that it comes back to that warrior, you know, the warrior genes that I have, the Spartans, and you know, this is the closest thing you can get to being a warrior. So, you know, I'm living it right now.
Beautiful. And your father trained you, or
No. My father is my co-manager.
Mhm.
You know, obviously side by side with every decision we make. But I got my American coach Javier Centeno and obviously my Australian coach Mick Akaway. They both played a major role from the camp in Miami to the camp in Sydney to coming back all together. Both played a major role, and you know, they both will be, you know, get their accolades and applauded as two you know, world champion trainers. And again, for them, it's their first world champion. You know,
And how'd you get into boxing though? Like, how'd you even get into it?
I got into boxing because I was overweight. You know, at 9, 10 years of age, I was playing rugby and I wasn't cutting it, you know, and I knew that if, you know, I didn't do something about my weight, because I was weighing the same at what I fight at right now, 135, at about 9, 10 years of age. I wouldn't be able to cut it in the next year. So in the off season, we decided to go to the boxing gym because I love the Rocky movies. And I just thought, okay, let's try it out. It should be cool. You know, probably help with the bullying and everything else and the weight. I just fell in love with it. You know, as soon as I went into that gym, you know, the smell of that old school gym would have pushed most, you know, 9, 10-year-olds out of there. But I just, you know, I sucked it up and I said, okay, let's give it a crack. Let's see what I can do here. And just day by day, I fell in love with the sport.
Yeah, it's when you walk into gyms, right? You go from Miami to Australia. You know, boxing is such a beautiful fraternity, right? Friends all around the world. You know, Jeff Finich, I know for years. Like, you know, all that smell is like history. It's like kind of like walking back into history.
That smell is hard work. That smell is you know, where lives are changed. You know, if I never walked inside that gym, I don't know where I'd be right now. You know, so that smell is second nature to me now.
What I'm probably going to be in Sydney, believe it or not.
Yep. You gotta let me know
next summer.
Oh, beautiful, man. You gotta let me know. You gotta let me know.
Yeah. How do I get in touch with you?
Let's just get my WhatsApp. Grab my WhatsApp.
Yeah. What is it here?
+61. +61 437.
So 437.
90.
Yeah.
88.
Yeah.
73.
Dude, great to meet you. Well,
send me a message and yeah, we will tee something up.
We'll hang out in Australia. But honestly, like when I watched the fight with my wife. You know, she was never a boxing fan. Now she is, of course. And we were so proud of you, man. We were really proud of you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Cool. Later, Ed.
Chatting again and catching up in Sydney, hopefully.
Absolutely. Ed, if you want to come to Sydney, you can come, but I'm not going to pay for your flight.
Oh, half?
Maybe I'll buy you a drink at the bar.
Okay, yeah, that's worth it.
So what's up, dude? I miss you, man. Everyone's good. Family's good.
I'll be in touch. Yeah.
Okay, let's catch
Everybody's
up.
good.
Let's catch up for real.
And
I
you
was
got a
with-
new, you got a new family since the last time we talked.
yeah, I got a baby girl. I got married. Like I like invented this game. Just had some success with it. I was with Manny and Fred and Sean in LA. We had a fucking blast.
That's great.
But I miss you.
All right. You too. I'll be in touch though.
Okay.
See you.
Later, ciao.